one listening all this time. I still remember everything you said. There's so much you promised. How could I ever forget? Listen, you know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm playing for keeps. Although I need you, I'm not gonna make this. You know I want to, but I'm in too deep.
What's up? What's up? You're hanging with the beast on this kind of weird weathered March Sunday afternoon, and I had to put that song in there. I know it's not a 90s song, but here's the deal. Last night I was watching one of my favorite movies of all time, American Psycho. Oh, Patrick Bateman. And there's that wonderful scene where he's playing this song as he's talking to the two ladies in Paul Allen's apartment, where he's pretending to be Paul Allen. And it's just one of my favorite all-time scenes, as well as one of my favorite all-time songs. So I had to put it in there because it was a little bit on the brain. And as you can hear, I am fucking beyond pissed off once again. These motherfuckers have managed to piss me off a second day in a row. Not one day and then skip a day. 2 days in a row, you pissed off the beast. Well, guess what? Like anything else in life, as a wise man once said, you fuck with the beast, you guess what? Now you're going to get full. Now he's going to come. He's going to eat you, man. You know, you go to the zoo, you see the sign, don't tease the animals, right? Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do that. But that's all right. And sometimes, unfortunately, people have to learn the hard way. And you don't want to see nobody get hurt, man, at all. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. But guess what? Sometimes in life, shit's put out there. And you know what? People, they don't understand. So what I'm talking about is, as you all know, of course, is Rolling Stone keeps releasing these top, top, whatever they want to consider it, top 20 lists of guitarists. And of course, you saw my podcast yesterday about that. What a crock of shit that list was. An absolute and utter crock of shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please be kind enough to go and listen to that episode. Today, once again, dude, I ain't even trying to look for this shit. I happen to see on a Facebook feed in that same 90s nostalgic page, Rolling Stone's top 20 artists according to Rolling Stone. And once again, it's probably one of the worst lists I've ever seen. My Pet Monster could have made a fucking better list with a blindfold on, kicked between his legs. What the hell? Who's making these lists? What is this based on? I can't believe this. Megadeth is in this top 20 list. I right there. I walk out. I just walk out. I walk the fuck out. Megadeth? Really? Megadeth? Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth, shoot it straight. I never listened to Megadeth in my life, nor would I. That's just my opinion. If you love Megadeth, God bless you. Do what you want. To me, they're a real poor man's Metallica. Okay? And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I'm just not into Megadeth. I don't give a shit. But they're on that list. Right away, I do this. I rub my hands together and walk out. I'll pull my pants and moonwalk. This is bullshit. Bullshit. So once again, I gotta go through the list, and that's fine. And Anthony, calm down. Calm down, Ant. Calm down, beast. Calm down. Calm down. Don't eat everything all at once. Deep breath. Zen. Johnny Cash isn't even on this list. Johnny Cash isn't even on this list. Let's say it again. Johnny Cash isn't even on this list. What the fuck is going on? What in God's name? What the hell? How does Johnny Cash not make top artists? Rolling Stone, when you made this list, I don't know. I know people that could be on shrooms, spun around, kicked in the ass, put on the Great American Scream Machine, right? Slapped in the face 3,000 times and still would have made a better list than this. You have to be kidding me. I think these are the lists that are made by a couple of different people. Some is just young people that just don't know jack shit. And again, the way I feel right now is I'm going to make a list. Shut up. You have no concept. All right? None. None. No concept. No business making this list. All right? Like, what are you, one of those cats that puts on the Guns N' Roses shirt and only knows Welcome to the Jungle and no other songs? Hello, Dick. You gotta be kidding me. Or they just throw darts at the board. Or this is an opinionated list made by one person, which probably could have happened. Or this is purposely done, I should say, in order to piss me off. So let's break this down, and I won't waste you good people's time on this holy day, this sacred Sunday. Thank God this isn't football Sunday, and they didn't piss me off, because I would have fucking blown a gasket. But I'm already gonna blow a gasket, you know me, because they got my boy Elvis at 19 out of 20, and dude, you don't know. All right, so let's break this down. Number one they got is Queen. I like Queen. I love Freddie Mercury. Great band, without a doubt. Mercury had one of the best voices of all time. Unique, operatic, right? He could cross over and do anything. Rock. The whole band made a lot of wonderful music for all time. Brian May, phenomenal guitarist. At number one, I don't know about that. I'm going to paint this picture. And again, it's really not, this is my opinion, but let's talk music, okay? Let me break a little something down for those. Not everybody knows this. If it wasn't for Elvis, there would be no Bob Dylan. There would be no Rolling Stones. There would be no Beatles. There wouldn't be Led Zeppelin. There wouldn't be a lot. Elvis was the alpha and the omega. In the great words of the great, wise, and smart John Lennon, before Elvis, there was nothing. Nothing. And I say this not because I'm an Elvis nut or I'm a super freak. No, but because it's the truth. Okay, for those people that don't understand this, back in the day, in Elvis's day, and a little bit before, there were tons of wonderful musicians. The great Muddy Waters, the great Howling Wolf, Little Walter, phenomenal. Ray Charles, right? Phenomenal. Some of the best. And unfortunately for them, stupid, ignorant, racist ways that were going on in this country, they wouldn't allow those artists' music to play. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Disgusting, filthy, disgusting. Then there comes along this genius by the name of Mr. Sam Phillips, the creator, owner of the wonderful Sun Records. And Sam Phillips was an innovator. Sam Phillips grew up dirt poor on a family farm, okay, where he worked with all the sharecroppers, okay, and he listened and knew. And he had a lot in common with them, and color meant nothing because they were both poor, right? And of course, at this time, that was the way it was in the South. The unfortunate, disgusting ways where people were treated differently and horribly because of the color of their skin, which is evil, right? But Sam Phillips grows up, starts Sun Records, and it was kind of a mom and pop store where people would come in and make an acetate, which was, basically a record, and they would do it for, make a song, record a song for a certain price, and then, it'd be a gift for someone, maybe a Mother's Day gift, maybe a birthday gift for your dad. And he was doing this in between looking for artists, and he knew He knew that it was unfortunate what was happening to African American artists, and he knew that what he needed to do something about it. And Elvis, Elvis grew up, in Tupelo, Mississippi. Parents were dirt poor, right? He grew up and he went to the religious services, which were intense, and people of all colors were there. Predominantly, I believe it was a African American uh, religious service where they would sing all those wonderful gospel songs that we love. They would dance, which should be done. I wish they did that at all churches, which they should do, right? And he had so much in common with everyone, and he took from that. That made him who he was. That was in his soul. He had that wonderful soul music in him, that wonderful blues music in him. So lo and behold, he happens to walk into Sun Records one day, record a song which was going to be a gift for his mom. And he does. And he makes an impression on the great Sam Phillips. Sam Phillips saw something in him. He has this individual who, you can't really make out what he's going to be. He's got like so much to him. He's got so much rhythm in him. He's got the blues in him. And lo and behold, Elvis goes on to record, That's All Right, which goes on to become an overnight hit and then some. And Elvis, thank God, helped open the door to a lot of African American artists, and he helped open the door to a lot of DJs who weren't playing African Americans on the on the air, which was terrible. And like I said, there were so many before him that didn't get the recognition they deserved. So he helped that process. He brought that process up a step. And Elvis was the first fucking rebel. The first. Think about it. They made fun of him for the way he dressed, for the way his hair was, for the way he danced. These crazy zealot-like religious groups said he was no good because he was playing the devil's music, and how dare you dance and wiggle your pelvis on stage. He's making sexually suggestive things. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Elvis was like Brando. He was like Brando. In the movie with Brando on the motorcycle, was rebellious. Because Elvis didn't follow the status quo, the narrative. He went against it. And everything he did, the way he dressed, the way he lived, that was him. He opened the door. He was rock and roll. For everybody. For everybody, he opened the door. Where do you think the Beatles got inspiration, or the Rolling Stones? You don't think that he had something to do with that? You don't think Johnny Cash had something to do with that? The Man in Black? Johnny fucking Cash? There's no one more badass. Shit. Those are my dudes. Elvis and Johnny Cash are my dudes. I got a few, right? Elvis, Johnny Cash, Rob Zombie, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Peter Steele, Scott Weiland, Cornell Lane Staley. Those are my boys. And you want to disrespect them with this bullshit? Shit. Elvis should be number one, hands down. There ain't no list with Elvis. Shouldn't be number one. He's number one on every list. Know your shit. If you have your opinion and you don't, for whatever reason, for whatever lame reason, you don't dig his music, which is pretty lame to me, but hey, to each his own. And but at 19 out of 20? Think about you got Megadeth above Elvis. Are you, what? What? That's like putting Jalen Hurts above Joe Montana on a quarterback list. That's like putting Rex Chapman above Kobe Bryant on a basketball list. If you were going to name your all-time best pitchers or top 20 starting pitchers, it's like putting Hideki Arabu above, Roger Clemens or, I don't know, Cy Young. What are we talking about here? You have to be fucking kidding me. I don't even know. I can't even. It's like putting Ron Hextall, right, above Martin Brodeur. What the fuck? I didn't live during the time of Elvis, so I can't really put him out there because I didn't know. I didn't really. It would kind of be like, right, if I didn't. Shut up before I put you in a mailbox. Shut up. Put a stamp on yourself. UPS your own ass. You make me sick. Disgusting. Elvis not number one. Anyway, they got the Beatles at number 2. I'm cool with that. The Fab Four. Come on now. Probably one of the greatest groups of all time. The great John Lennon, the great George Harrison, the great Paul McCartney, and the great Ringo Starr. Come on now. Beatles are timeless. Being for the benefit of Mr. Kite, that's my jam. It's the way I roll. It's the kind of cereal I eat. They got Black Sabbath at number 3. I love Black Sabbath, but at number 3? I don't know. They're on there, without a doubt. I love Black Sabbath. In fact, if it wasn't for Black Sabbath, think about all the people Black Sabbath influenced. Peter Steele and Typo Negative, Metallica, right? How many different metal bands? Fuck yeah, Black Sabbath is the shit. How much talent was in that group? And I'm sorry to say this for all you Dio fans, I'm talking about when Ozzy was in the group. And I'm not trying to diss Mr. Dio. I wasn't a big fan of Dio and Dio Black Sabbath. I'm talking Ozzy Osbourne Black Sabbath. Okay, here's where I really lose my shit. U2 at number 4. Really, U2? Now I got to be that type of motherfucker now. Like what's his name said in Jackie Brown, right? Samuel L. Jackson got that great line. I hate to be that type of motherfucker, but I got to be that type of motherfucker. One of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite fucking characters of all time. I got to be the type of motherfucker right now. U2 at 4? Listen, what U2 are we talking about? The U2 band that actually used to make music? Or the U2 band that does, I don't know, what do they do now? They make doilies? Listen, back in the day, U2 was the shit. In the 80s, Achtung Baby, shit. Pride in the Name of Love, one of the greatest songs ever made. Still haven't found what I'm looking for, one of the greatest songs ever made. She Moves in Mysterious Ways, 1. Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses? Where the Streets Have No Name, Sunday Bloody Sunday. Shit, yeah, man. I even like, you know what? I love Lemon. She wore lemon. Frank Ferry knows what I'm talking about with that shit. That's a tight song, man. Or oh, the sweetest thing. That song from was it Big Daddy? That's the shit. What happened to U2? I don't know. Did they? I don't know. What happened? It's doily time? They're sort of like Coldplay. Remember Coldplay when Coldplay was Coldplay? What does Coldplay do now? I don't know. And maybe it's me. I don't know. I'm not trying to diss them. I'm just thinking, but where are they? I saw Coldplay in concert maybe back 15 years ago. Phenomenal show. Chris Martin dancing all over the place. All the instruments. Phenomenal. What happened to them? Where'd they go? Would they get abducted by Mr. Snuffleupagus? U2 at number 4. Okay, here's 5. Ready? Listen. The Dixie Chicks at number 5. My blood pressure is going to just jump out of my friggin' neck. The Dixie Chicks? You got the Dixie Chicks above Bob Dylan? You got the Dixie Chicks above the Rolling Stones? You got the Dixie Chicks above Jimi Hendrix? Above Elvis? The Dixie Chicks? What? I'll bet one of two things. The person who picked this list isn't even a country music fan. Or number two, they mixed this list from a bunch of different people, and the fans are, I'm really a country music fan, so I can only pick the Dixie Chicks. Well, okay. Okay, you're okay, that's fine, but like you don't listen to anything else? Elvis was country. Elvis could sing country, rockabilly, soul, blues, rock and roll. Hello. Number 6, the great Bob Dylan. I don't know if I'm too comfortable with him being at number 6. He should be higher. Christian Bissiel is going to be really pissed off at this, at Bob Dylan being number 6. Listen, Bob Dylan, another Alpha Omega, the ultimate fucking musician. How many songs did he write? How many songs was he responsible for? He's kind of like the female Carole King. Innovator? Game changer? A lot of these people don't exist without Bob Dylan. How many people did he how many people looked up to him? How many people did he inspire? And he's still going at 80. You kidding me? Like a Rolling Stone? You got to be kidding me. All along the Watchtower? Shit. Got to be kidding me. You don't know your music. You don't know your music. All right, Creedence Clearwater Revival. They goddamn well belong on this list. You got them at 7, but I love CCR. John Fogerty, the man. Saw him live, ass kicker. Born on the Bayou. Come on now. Don't go around tonight, right? There's a bad moon on the rise. Hell yeah, that's a jam. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? Fuck yeah, CCR, baby. Zeppelin at number 8. Personally, I think that's a little high. But Zeppelin's on this list. Shit, yeah. Come on now. Come on now. Let's not even kid ourselves. One of the greatest guitar players of all time, and the great Jimmy Page playing that double guitar. One of the best lead singers, best drummers, bassists. Yeah, they're on this list. A little high, though. A little high. What the fuck is Rush doing on this list? Fuck Rush. I'm sorry, not a fan. I don't get Rush. Fly by night away from here. What is that shit? Gotta be kidding me. They go in my fuck Weezer thing. Fuck Weezer, fuck Rush. I'm sorry. They do not belong on this list. And if you like Rush, God bless you. You're entitled to your own opinion. Blast that shit. I don't like Rush. They don't belong in the Hall of Fame either. Give me a break. Give me a break. The Rolling Stones at 10? How dare you? How dare you put U2 and the Dixie Chicks and Rush over the great Rolling Stones? How dare you put Zeppelin over the Rolling Stones? Alphas and Omegas, the ultimate rock stars, the most badass mofos there are. Mick Jagger dancing and singing like he's fucking 30 years old. He's in his 70s. Keith Richards will never fucking die. Lost the great Charlie Watts last year. Come on, man. Little sympathy for the devil, will you please? Little respect. Jimi Hendrix at 11, the greatest guitar player of all time? At 11? Really? Okay, here's another. I'm sorry. Not me to be disrespectful. The Smiths at number 12. No. 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 And I'm not a Smiths fan, so I'm a little biased. Not that I dislike them. I'm really not too familiar with their work. But at number 12, are you kidding me? The Smiths are above Elvis? Number 13, Run DMC. Hey, I love Run DMC. I love me some Run DMC. But on this list at 13, what the fuck are you talking about? You gotta be kidding me. Gotta inhale. Bullshit. Not happening. Love Run DMC. Way too high. Elton John. Shit, yeah. You got him at 14? Okay. He shouldn't be below Run DMC and the Smiths. He shouldn't be below fucking Rush. Fuck Rush. And he sure shit shouldn't be below U2 and the Dixie Chicks. Elton John is the ultimate fucking artist, man. Come on. He's like the wallpaper for so many people's lives, no matter what, old and young. They got that new tune out there, right? I'm not big on new music, but they have the whole that really cool chick singing in. She's singing the lyrics to what's it called? My mind went blank for a second in all this anger. Rocket Man. And I think it's gonna be, that's like the chorus. When touchdown brings me back again to find I'm not the man. How cool is that? Love Elton John, man. Every time I think of Elton John, I think of the great ones, right? And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Sad songs. Sacrifice. Even the Lion King soundtrack. And can you feel the love? Come on, man. Elton John's shit. Who's cooler than Elton John? Who puts on a better show than Elton John? Give that man his respect. He's not at number 14. Number 15, Guns N' Roses. Okay, I'm good with that. One of the greatest bands ever. Ever. You talk about talent? One of the greatest lead singers of all time, Axl Rose. One of the greatest rhythm sections, right? Or one of the greatest guitarists, bassist duos. The great Slash, who wasn't on your top fucking 20 guitar playing list, you fucks. And one of the best bassists ever in Mr. Duff McKagan. Nobody more badass than those two. Fuck right, they belong on this list. Fuck yeah. And there are people, well, they only were around. I don't give a shit how long they're around. How much shit did they put out when they were around? Think about the hits. Welcome to the Jungle, Rocket Queen, My Michelle, You Could Be Mine, November Rain, Don't Cry, Estranged. Oh, and you're talking to yourself. And nobody's home, which in my case is always. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? Do I have to even talk about Megadeth again at number 16? Megadeth shouldn't even be on his fucking list. Bands I would put above Megadeth. You ready? Bands I would put above Megadeth. And I'm not being facetious. I'm being serious. Let's think. Bands I would put above Megadeth. I would put Live above Megadeth, and I love Live. Disturbed I would put above Megadeth, and I love Disturbed. Volbeat. I love Volbeat. Journey above Megadeth. Shit. I could think of plenty more. Metallica at 17. Okay, wonderful. One of the best rock bands, metal bands, whatever you want to call it of all time. They sure shit do not belong below Megadeth. And they sure shit don't belong below the Smiths and Run DMC and the fucking Dixie Chicks and U2 and fucking Rush. Fuck Rush. Shit. Metallica is all-time badass. All-time badass. And you get those people, well, I only like the first 4 albums because they cut their hair. Shut up. Shut up. You're like the guy, you can't eat candy canes unless it's Christmas time. Yeah, okay. See how much that works, you gobstopper prick. Go have a bleep blip. Talk to a penguin in Japanese. Mail empty envelopes to your aunt who has a mohawk. Nothing against mohawks or ladies who have mohawks or aunts who have mohawks, by the way. Give me a break. Here's a bright note. The Guess Who at number 18. Yes. 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 Fuck Rush. The Guess Who, one of the greatest bands of all time. You talk about tight. You talk about talent. Ugh, Burton Cummings, The Voice. Come on now, son. Grew up on that shit. And that was after my time. Clap for the Wolfman. He gon' rate your record high. What else? American Woman. No time for a summer, whatever he says. No time for something else. Great song. Randy Bachman in that group. I mean, what a phenomenal group. I had the honor and the pleasure of seeing them live at Westbury, New York, which is, what's the name they call the Westbury place now? The something bank, fuck, your mother ate a lizard type shit? I don't know. Great band. Love it. Why is the Guess Who below Rush? Why are the Dixie Chicks above the Guess Who? Fuck Rush. I'm not even gonna double back on Elvis at 19. I'm not even gonna go into it. You're not gonna get my blood pressure anyhow. I'm gonna go right to number 20. Tupac. Okay, listen, man. I wasn't that big a Tupac fan. Some stuff, yeah, I did like. I liked a couple of his tunes. I loved his compilation work with Dr. Dre and California Love. One of my favorite tunes of all time, man. I keep it real with that shit. I love that song. I wasn't the biggest Tupac fan. That's just my opinion. Loved him as an actor. Phenomenal actor. Loved him in Juice. Loved him in Poetic Justice. That movie Gang Related with Jim Belushi and Dennis Quaid. Just wasn't a super fan of his music. So maybe I'm a little biased, and okay, I'm sure he belongs on this list. But at number 20, I don't know. I really don't know. And again, are we combining? How are we doing this list? Is this a top artists of all time in all genres? Is this genre by genres? This record sales? What are we talking about here? Let's be a little more equal. Like when I broke it down, who was the best lead singer of the 90s? We went into different categories and how to fit people. And I'm not saying go by my shit and do my shit, but holy fuck. Holy fuck. Shit. Think about the bands that didn't make it. Where the fuck are the Doors? Are you kidding me? Jim Morrison? The most purest of rock stars ever? When I think rock star, I think Jim Morrison. When I think poet, I think Jim Morrison. When I think someone who's outside the lines, could not be understood, Jim Morrison, the Lizard King. You motherfuckers. Where's Lou Reed? You talk about innovators outside the lines, original motherfuckers, original gangsters. Lou Reed? Born in Long Island, bred in New York City, the badass, the one and only Lou Reed? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Where's Miss Tina? Where the fuck is Tina Turner? Listen. When I think of women crush, girl crush, hot and sexy, Miss Tina. What's hotter and sexier than when Miss Tina was in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, Anti-Entity? Shit, to this day, still turns me on with her in that outfit. What is that great line she has? Ain't we a pair, Raggedy Man? Who was a better performer than Miss Tina? Shit. She should be on this list just for the shit she went through to get to where she had to be. Gotta be. Where are the Beach Boys? Or at least where's Brian Wilson? Listen. The great Brian Wilson. The genius from the West Coast. He invented the surf sound. What the fuck? The Dixie Chicks. U2. Fuck Rush. The Smiths. Run DMC. And Megadeth are over Brian Wilson. I ought to stick cotton candy up my ass and spin it. What the fuck? I don't get it. I don't get it. Where is Johnny Cash? Where is Johnny Cash? Why doesn't Johnny Cash have his own station on Sirius? I'm not letting a motherfucker slide. Where's Willie Nelson? He's fucking 85. I saw him in concert 4 years ago. He was in his 80s. The man performed for 2 hours straight, standing up, never sat down, one song after a motherfucking another, never flubbed a line, didn't have lyrics in front of him. Where's Willie Nelson? I don't know. We forgot him. Yeah, you forgot him. You don't deserve to have a lamp in your house. How about that? I'm sorry. I'm not playing these games. I'm done playing these games. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. I've had it. I've had it. I'm a choker motherfucker. I've had it. 2 days in a row now. 2 days in a motherfucking row. Think about all the other bands, the groups, the singers that could have been on this friggin' list. I don't know how they make this shit. I really don't. I think they do this to anger people. I really do. And maybe I'm buying the bait. Maybe I'm stupid. But they don't know shit. I'll sit in the boardroom with a motherfucker or the motherfuckers, and I'll go toe to toe. You don't want to go toe to toe, dude. You don't. Could have been worse. They could have had Jimmy Buffett on this list. No offense to you Jimmy Buffett fans, but come on now. Bon Jovi should be higher than the Dixie Chicks, than Rush, than Megadeth. Okay? Got to give Bon Jovi his due. Respect to Bon Jovi. I don't give a shit if you don't like his shit. God bless you. You like his stuff. Bon Jovi earned it. Earned his spot. Still relevant today. Got that restaurant, right, in Philly where it caters to, people who may not have money. And, you pay what you can. God bless it. God bless him for doing that. God bless those people, man. Where's Smokey Robinson? There's nobody from Motown on this fucking list. Where's the great James motherfucking Brown? Godfather of Soul. Dun 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 dun. Come on, man. The dancing, the hair, the outfits. Please, please, please. Come on. You don't put them on this list, you bastards. You don't put Miss Aretha on this list? You show disrespect? Shit. No. But you had to put U2. And you had to put the Dixie Chicks. Fuck Rush. And you had to put the Smiths. And Megadeth. I'll bet these motherfuckers there don't even listen to Megadeth. I'll bet you any amount of money. At least I'm man enough to say I'm not really a big fan, nor have I ever really listened to a lot of their music, nor would I. At least I'm man enough to say that shit. Give me 10 songs by Megadeth. Anyone there who made this list, give me 10 songs. You can't give me 10 songs. I can name you, I don't know. I can name a bunch. I don't know much by the Dixie Chicks. I'll admit that. I've heard a couple of their songs, whatever. I'm not saying they're bad. They're talented. Great voices. But not on this list. I sure shit ain't a Rush fan. But I could name a bunch of songs by a bunch of these artists. Who else should have been on this list? Come on now. Where's Neil Diamond? Are you kidding? Sweet Caroline. Oh, oh, oh. Saw that man in concert. Never in my life have I seen more attractive females at the foot of the stage going berserk. I wanted to be Neil Diamond just to be close to those ladies. Oh, Neil Diamond, the shit. He's the shit. I think the poor man was struck, was it Parkinson's disease? Unfortunately, my heart and my prayers go out to him and anybody else who has that terrible condition. Please let them find a cure, and if there is a cure, bring it forth for these people. Neil Diamond, come on. Solitary Man. Brooklyn Rose. Dun 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 dun. Oh. America, Neil Diamond. Turn on your heart light, Neil Diamond. Thank God they didn't put Bruce Springsteen on this list. I would have threw up all over my hands. Thank God they didn't put Billy Joel on this list. I'm not a fan. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like some songs by Billy Joel. I'm not going to front. My favorite song by him is Captain Jack. That was a different Billy Joel. We Didn't Start the Fire. I like that. Downeaster Alexa. I like that. In the middle of the night. I go. Love that song. But then there's the Billy Joel shit I really don't like. Uptown Girl. Love that tune too. But then, Only the Good Die Young. It's kind of, it's kaboom cereal. It's kaboom cereal. It's not Lucky Charms. It's kaboom cereal. It's Odie's or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like that not real type shit. Gives you that sticky flavor and feeling. Chris Verano, Liz Bisiello Verano, this one's for you. It's like touching the sink. You know when you touch the sink under the faucet and you get that dirty feeling, Makes me feel all slimy and shit. It's like that. Like that type of shit wasn't, that wasn't his shit. And Bruce Springsteen, look. Christian Bisiello, you make the best assessment when it comes to Bruce Springsteen. I'm not going to lie. There's a couple of some Bruce Springsteen songs I like. Streets of Philadelphia, The Rising. I loved his Oh Mary, Don't You Weep No More compilation version. Very, very, very good. He had an extremely well-talented band. Without a doubt, I'm not the biggest fan. Sorry. Thank God Dave Matthews Band isn't on this list. I'd ring my neighbor's bell and headbutt the fuck just for that. Imagine that you ring a bell and just you smash it. What'd you headbutt me for? Because Dave Matthews on the top 20 recorded artist list for Rolling Stone. Guy would look at me like I had 6 dicks. And there's a couple of Dave Matthews band songs I like, right? What is it? Under the Table and Dreaming, which Frank Ferry was the first person I ever knew that knew the fucking lyrics. I used to look at him, how the fuck did you memorize that? Especially when it gets really fast. You said, that. He was like the first person I knew who memorized it. Kudos to you, Mr. Ferry. Kudos. Crash Into Me, good song. Satellites, phenomenal song. Everything else I really wasn't into. It was kind of too much of like liking the Islanders. No, not happening. I'm a Rangers fan. I don't wear sandals. I'm sorry. It's just me. Hey, listen. Let's talk 90s bands that could have made this list. Or this top 20. Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Typo Negative, Alice in Chains. I don't know. Every one of those bands I just mentioned deserves to be there over the Dixie Chicks, fuck Rush, over Megadeth, I'm sorry, over Run DMC, and over the Smiths. Sorry. Have some bolognese, you fuck. Unreal. You know what's really funny? I don't see any ladies on this list. I already mentioned Tina Turner. I already mentioned the great Aretha Franklin. How many others? How many other ladies are not here that should be here, man? I mean, I don't get it. You couldn't take a minute to put a female on here? I don't get it. I really don't understand how this fucking list was made. I'm staring at the R letter, the U letter, the S, and the H letter. I want to fucking bite the screen, rush at number 9. Fuck you. You catch a slap just for putting them on here, you fuck. Fly by night away from here. Why don't you go eat the Tin Man's ass? Fly by night. Get out of here. Get out of my face with that shit. Very happy to see the Guess Who. Very happy to see Guns N' Roses and Metallica and Elton John. NCCR. No Johnny Cash. Ooh, you fucks. You don't deserve... When you order Chinese food, I hope it doesn't come. You don't deserve it. How dare you put Elvis at 19? How dare you? How dare you? Megadeth over Elvis. The Smiths over Elvis. Run DMC over Elvis. Fuck Rush. The Dixie Chicks over Elvis. U2 over Elvis. No. You're not getting away with it. I'm so happy that movie's coming out in June. Ram it right up your ass. How many others should have made this list? The song Window Shopper just popped into my head by 50 Cent. Love that song. Yeah, I'm a window shopper. Mad at me. I think I know why. Such a good song. I don't know why it just popped in my head. Random shit. I'm the Cheshire Cat. I can't help it. Holy shit. But that's what I'm dealing with. That's what we're dealing with, people. I wouldn't read that magazine if I received every version for free. Sorry. I used to. Never again. Because it's obviously not about the music anymore. We're not stupid. We're not stupid. No James Brown. I mean, come on, man. Jackie Wilson should be on this list before the Dixie Chicks, before Fuck Rush, before Megadeth, before the Smiths. The great Jackie Wilson. Lonely Teardrops. Come on, man. Oh, man, that's the shit right there. But no, we had to be cool. Well, we think we're being, you're being sly. You're being sly. You're not sly. You don't fool me and everybody else. You done pissed me off a bit, but you don't fool me. Queen, yes, on this list. The Beatles, of course. Black Sabbath, yes. Dylan, yes. CCR, yes. Zeppelin, yes. Fuck Rush. The Stones, yes. Hendrix, yes. Elton John, yes. GNR, yes. Metallica, yes. The Guess Who, yes. Maybe not, maybe some of them not at the number I would choose, but they all deserve. Here's another thing. Extend the list. Make it 50. That way you don't get maniacs like me going to come eat your lunch for you, you fuck. No, but we have to make it 20. And if this was based on albums sold, this is not even correct. Because I got news for you. The Smiths never sold more albums than Elvis. Sorry. Fact. Newsflash. And today's news. The Smiths did not sell more albums than Elvis Presley. And you don't need to be Walter Cronkite to know that shit. Holy King Kong taking a shit. I can't believe this. But I'm pissed. I had to make this podcast. I'm sure it's Sunday. All are doing something. I had to do this. Getting it out there. Getting the word out there. Love you, listeners. Love you followers and the likes, I respect. I don't consider you followers. I consider you're part of the group. Thank you so much for listening. Please go to the YouTube channel and subscribe if you do not mind. I'd really appreciate it. And hey, man, hit me back with some shit. I want to hear how you feel about this. Maybe you don't like my opinion. God bless you. Who would you put on this list? How would you number this list? Who would you add? Who would you take off? But fuck Rush and fuck Weezer. The Beast is pissed, and he's got to go lift some fucking heavyweights. He's going into the cave. Laters, my brothers and sisters.